Well, I want to welcome everybody to this special ceremony today honoring one of New Mexico's greatest citizens. Our Wall of Fame honors people of achievement who have contributed positively towards making our community better. Rudolfo Anaya, through his descriptive narratives, has positively opened up Albuquerque and New Mexico to the world. In many literary circles, he is considered the godfather of contemporary Chicano literature. Rudolfo was born in Pastura, New Mexico, raised in Santa Rosa, and came to Albuquerque as a teenager. He went from Albuquerque High, Go Bulldogs, to the University of New Mexico, where he completed his bachelor's and 2 master's degrees. And it was while teaching English in Albuquerque's public schools that he began writing one of the best-known works, Bless Me Ultima. Through many mainstream publishing houses, although many mainstream publishing houses declined to publish it, Bless Me Ultima went on to sell over 300,000 copies in 21 printings. It has become one of the most widely acclaimed books in any type of literature. It also became a full-length motion picture in 2012, which is a great combination of literature and the film arts in New Mexico. Rodolfo taught at the University of New Mexico until 1993. It was during this time that his body of work grew, including such classics as Heart of Aztlan, Albuquerque, and Zia Summer. His passion for writing has brought him and his beloved New Mexico international fame and recognition. Yet he remains the educator, he remains the poet, and he remains the wordsmith of his people. Rodolfo, you've inspired not just us as New Mexicans, but millions of people worldwide. For this, we want to make you a permanent part of Albuquerque's downtown. Now, I'd like to introduce some other guests, if I could do that. I would like to bring up Dr. Alicio, we call him Cheo Torres, who is the Vice President for Student Affairs at the University of New Mexico, and he's going to have a brief reading as well. Cheo?
Thank you, Mayor Barry, and let me thank all our guests that are here to honor a great person, a man who we all respect and admire and love, Rudolfo Anaya. I do want to recognize a special group that came from Mexico a couple of days ago, some last night, to be with us today and also to be at the University of New Mexico. And I'm not going to read all the names because it's a large group, but I'd like for them to stand as I read their university. Quiero mencionarles a nuestros invitados de México, les damos las gracias y que se pongan de pie cuando mencionen su universidad. No voy a mencionar los nombres porque son muchos. Primero, el Tecnológico de Monterrey, Estado de México. This is next to Mexico City. Next is la Universidad de Sinaloa, the State University of Sinaloa. Por favor, se ponen de pie. We have the president also. And then la Universidad Occidental de Sinaloa. Finally, la Universidad Latina from Mexico City en Cuernavaca. La Universidad Latina. We're so pleased that we have our guests from Mexico to celebrate in this wonderful honor. I'd like to read a brief passage from the book Albuquerque. You know why I picked this place, Dominic had told Ben as they ate, because Francisco Vázquez de Coronado camped right here, and de Vargas and Oñate stopped here on their way to Santa Fe. And get this, here's where Governor Francisco Cuervo stood when he founded La Villa de Albuquerque in 1706. He was the architect of the new villa. He appointed Captain Martin Hurtado the first alcalde mayor de la Villa de Albuquerque. I know the history. And so he does. Rodolfo Anaya knows our history so well. Not only does he know our history, he knows our culture and our heritage. And he portrays all of this in so many of his books. He's a graduate of UNM. He's a Lobo, and we're so proud that he's a Lobo, getting 2 master's degrees while at the same time teaching in one of our high schools. He has received so many honors. He retired in 1993, but before his retirement, he touched the lives of so many students who are now authors because of Rodolfo Anaya. Again, I came in 1995, and I met Rodolfo through his nephew, Jason, who was a real estate broker at the time. I had to buy a home to meet Rodolfo. I had known of him since the 1970s when we read and studied so much of his work. He was one of my idols and still is one of my heroes as well as you. He has received the honor of many honors, of course, but the National Medal of Arts is one of the ultimate honor he has received. And he's so proud of one of our local schools being named after Rudolfo Anaya. He's changed us. He's made us realize our wonderful culture that we enjoy every day, especially with his classic book, Bless Me Ultima. I started researching curanderas because of this book. It touched me, and I came to study, to write about, and to teach a course on curanderismo because of Bless Me Ultima, a wonderful book that I still read often. But his other books, Albuquerque and the Heart of Aztlán, speak to his adopted hometown of Albuquerque, and he portrays the beauty of this wonderful city. In his own words, Rodolfo used the technique of el cuento, or the story, and he says, I am an oral storyteller, but now I do it on the printed page. He tells the story of all of us. Rodolfo, gracias por todo lo que has hecho, hermano.
And now we would like to have Rudolfo come up and so that we can present him with a token of our appreciation. It says on here, Rudolfo Anaya, September 30th, 2014, in recognition of your achievement, dedication, and commitment to a lifetime of books and education. And this is for you, and we'd like you to take that with you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to see if Rudolfo would share a few words with us. Would you back off to do that? Thank you, Rudolfo.